Well, I would imagine that. I mean, that's great. With not only learning the discipline and the work ethic of coming into practice all the time, just you know, I know for myself when I exercise, just having that mental, just like the sweating and the physical activity is kind of a mental sweat too, right? You kind of just like clear your head, right? Like, talk about how that can be good, like just by exercising a lot and just like keeping up with staying healthy, also keeps a healthy mind. How do you guys see that in the kids that you work with?
You want me to add to it, or well, we can tag team.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Two things. First thing, one of the biggest things that I hear my students or our students talk about. We always do this check-in before a practice. We circle up. We ask them to state their full names and something that they're grateful for that day.
Yeah.
And then something that they want to work on. But something that's reoccurring is that they say, man, I'm glad to be here, or something that I'm grateful for is to be here today because I got a lot on my mind, or I'm dealing with a lot. Whether they say that directly or indirectly, because we know their personal stories, because we talk to them. I think that alone is something great because, like Elandis said earlier, it becomes a safe haven for young adults or for kids. And it's powerful because you never know who you are until you're afraid.
Yeah, until you're tested.
Until
right?
you're tested.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You never know who you are until you've been tested or you're afraid. But something that we teach our young people is that there's nothing to fear, but fear itself in a sense. I was told when I was younger that fear is false evidence appearing to be real.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
Yeah, we're so afraid of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And we, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if that happens? And we never really tap into what if it doesn't? What if I succeed? What if I'm the greatest?
Yeah.
So I think it's a victim mindset that comes with growing up in the inner city or hopelessness. We're here to combat that. And even with me getting older, I've been doing it since I was 12. I'm 27.
Wow.
And now I'm getting more of the love back just being with our students that has taken it to another level. Whether that be dunking or dancing. Even with iDummy now, I can look at iDummy and then get back in the lab with him or train harder and see that, wow, something that I taught somebody years ago, now I can become the student.
Yeah. Well, it blossoms too, and they take it on a whole different tangent or a different level that you never even thought of, right? Or a direction that you weren't even aware of, right? Like, yeah.
That's life and fate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know whose journey you may cross,
Yeah.
And how it's intertwined with each other and how, it'll make a difference and how it can change a life. And
Absolutely.
That's why I'm committed to the work.
That's great. Well, and you also mentioned now, Elandis, did you want to say something?
Yes, you're referring to health. I've had both my ACLs replaced. I tore the left one in 2009 February and the right one 2010 in February.
Wow.
And since then, I've learned so much more after having injury and coming back and but being able to do the same thing I was able to do before I got hurt. And also in teaching kids, in teaching, you learn way more than you did when you were learning it, which is really cool. And yes, you have to stay healthy. Every year we're demanded to, work a certain amount of games or do a certain amount of shows, and you can't slack, especially when you have students as good as ours, because they're gunning for our jobs.
Yeah, right.
It's cool. I'm glad that I'm able to teach such people with such prowess, because what we do isn't easy. Not everybody can do it, and just happen to be blessed to have people that are willing to listen. Because gymnastics, you could tell somebody 1 + 1 = 2, but
right.
You can't tell them, hey, when you do your backflip, bend your back, make it look like this. They
right.
have to keep doing it and doing it over again until they get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it takes a certain kind of person that has that dedication and work ethic, right?